All right, and we are back. About to start the second match of round 2, the 2008 PSP World Cup. I'm Matty Marshall, and I'm lucky enough to have Kevin Catfish Arcilla, former Ironman world champion player. We won a title together long ago.
Many moons. Many
moons. But, yeah, so we got Catfish up here giving us some of his expert commentary. All right, man, so we got the Ironmen. They're taking on Tampa. You know the Ironmen intimately. What are you thinking about some of the younger guys on the Ironmen and them carrying on the legacy?
It's changing of the guards. Kind of remind us when we were on the team. You have the young and you have the older guys that are more experienced teaching the younger guys, and that's what you need.
So they got a lot of young guys on the team: Marcelo Margot, Brandon Short, Shallow. Those dudes are
Sewers.
very, 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 very talented. And they are starting to work real well with the a lot of the more experienced guys on the team, like Nicky Cuba, Oliver Lang, and Miko Huturin, Billy Wing.
I mean, dude, Johnny Perchek.
Johnny Perchek is on the Ironman now. They have a really stellar lineup. Now I'll tell you what, they are the defending world champions. As we have about a minute left to go before the start. About 1 minute left to go before the start of this match. We're looking at everyone's custom addition to their goggles because of the rain.
Looks like
got a lot of slight drizzle here. It's been steadily raining all morning long. We are in Florida.
Mr. Paxson has some sort of rig on top.
So yeah,
of
this is a different team, different Ironman team than won the title last year. The format's different. The squad is a little bit. The squads are different. The guys are different. So, and you're looking at Tampa Bay now. Tampa Bay, man, I don't. A lot of these guys are my friends. A lot of them used to play for Strange. Timmy Prost, Mike Carthy, Matt Richards, and they've been stepping it up. They won an event in Chicago, the third event. A lot of the younger guys on like Alex Spence and Ramsey Al Youssef, those guys, 6 seconds before the start of the match, those guys have really stepped up and they won Chicago. Let's see if they can do it here against the Ironman right now. See the breakout on the Ironman. Breakout, Oliver Lang all the way to the corner behind the snake. He's still clean, dodges the paintball, able to get in there. And we see Brian Smith. Looks like Oliver Lang got taken out. So Oliver Lang getting taken out, but Brian Smith is in there for Tampa Bay. Brian Smith, as you were talking about somebody stepping up as he's backed up right now. In there by, looks like, I think that's Timmy Prost. And Brian Smith shooting crossfield, trying to get a shot on the Ironmen who are streaking up that Dorito side of the field. Now, as I was saying, Brian Smith has really started to earn a lot of respect from the guys on the circuit just because he's so consistent. Pretty amazing. I mean, you see Brian Smith right there. I mean, he's already past the 50-yard line of the Ironman after he took out Oliver Lang, and he's just going to feast across field on Brandon Short.
He's looking inside.
Wow, so Brandon Short switching it up, man. Had him play over on the Dorito side of the field. Actually, I think that was Marcelo Margot. So Marcelo over there getting shot cross field by Brandon Smith, and he shoots Johnny Perchek. So Brandon Smith feasting on Miko Huturin and Johnny Perchek. Wow, so that's what I'm talking about there. Brian Smith has really, truly transcended and elevated his game. As we see Timmy Probst, who's also, he's been around a long time too. He's still a young guy, but both those guys, Brian Smith and Timmy, both have been around for a little bit and really have started to become consistent front players. Now, strangely enough, just like we saw the last game, right? Or what am I thinking right now?
It's a warm-up team.
It's a warm-up. Yeah,
team's warm.
Team's warm, right? It's funny you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, because basically, that Tampa Bay they were undefeated in the wild card division, really proving why they really didn't even deserve to be in the wild card division, but they were there and they had to fight through it, just like Infamous. But they smashed people down. Tampa smashed people in the wild card division, and now they're playing the Ironmen. And the Ironmen are they're gonna. They haven't played a point yet. That was the first point they played, and they're coming in against a team that just won 4 matches in a row. So they're really going to have to just immediately hit fifth gear, like directly immediately hit fifth gear.
It's like when you wake up in the morning, it's cold, you start your car, you're not going to go. You got to let it run for a minute,
Yeah.
But it's costly, You're trying to warm up, you're trying to get set in this cold weather, and it's going to cost you 1 or 2 points.
So, watching Ironman trying to get themselves up right now. You see Shallow right there. We just saw him on the little Making a World Cup piece you guys are checking out. Shallow now the red visor on, trying to get pumped up.
The muscle that die.
You know, and it's pretty cool, man. Like, you know, Shalo is the best player from Brazil. I mean, he played for the Raiders in here in Florida, and he now, I mean, he's, you know, international superstar, really. He's still earning his stripes, though, on the pro circuit, and he is definitely respected, but he's hot or cold. Sometimes he'll go out there and smash. Other times he'll push a little too hard, get shot off the break a little too much sometimes, but he's really becoming an amazing player. I mean, you know, this is the top of the game. Everyone out here is a good paintball player, but you know, there is a distinct difference.
Anderson Silva paintball.
Yeah, Anderson Silva paintball. And yeah, you don't want to wrestle with him. Yeah. He's a jiu-jitsu master. All right, we see the breakout here in Tampa Bay. And looks like Brandon Short into Snake One off the break. So you saw Billy Wing get into that stand-up at the top of your screen. Billy Wing, and it's Billy Wing's, I think this is his 11th year with the Ironmen. So he's been around probably the longest of anyone. To see digging for Tampa Bay, trying to get out to the corner. Looks like he made it, and here comes Brandon Short. Brandon Short getting shot, trying to get through that little angle right there, and big move by Nicky Cuba. Nicky Cuba diving into the middle Dorito. And he's trying to get backed up by Scott Kemp. So Scott Kemp got all the way back bunker on the snake side of the field. He's now shooting crossfield. Oh, looks like he got a G over there on that side. Yep, takes him out. So, but he's looking. I mean, it's just Scott Kemp over here in this back bunker with 3 Tampa Bay players solidly. Oh, wow. Terrible job by the first snake player for Tampa Bay. And that was Hope. So, not a very good job by Tampa Bay. As you see Isaiah Hope just poorly trying to get across that angle. And he's backed up by El Yusuf, but able to take out, looks like Scott Kemp getting shot cross field. And Tampa Bay going to score another point right there. Ramsey El Yusuf running that in. So with 10 minutes and 14 seconds left to go, and just like we saw in the first game, man, I wonder if, what do you think? Again, you know, Ironman, right now, if we have their pits mic'd, we'll see if we get a shot of their pits, but this is the point when you start screaming at each other, you know. Hey,
things start going
come
crazy.
On, let's not play flat. You know how it goes, and that's what happens. We see the pit. Let's listen in.
You know, I think they're going to step back, take a look at what's going on, assess the situation, and handle it. You got Shane, lifetime Ironman, in the pit. The coach coming out, give his boys a pep talk.
It was orange only.
Just got to Kemp, Brandon Short talking it over.
You know what you should have done? Go to the front and wrap on. So he was on me only. Yeah.
Shot you short.
Oh,
Out? Yeah. I think it was on the inside. I can't tell from the side. It looked like it was on the inside. But, you know.
So 45 seconds to go here. Look at it. That's the man right there, dude. Brian Smith really stepped up, dude, man. And he was good to start with. You know, when he's playing on the Raiders and just trying to block the rain from getting into his goggles right there. But man, he really has become one of the dominant snake players on the circuit. When they won Chicago, he was unstoppable. I mean, he was in that snake every time off the break, consistently producing kills. And the thing about his game that impresses me the most, and I think that is what differentiates the great snake players from the good ones, as we're under 10 seconds before we go, is the calm, composed nature of his play. Very calm, very
not a wild
composed.
man. Not a wild man
Yeah,
when he's in there.
you know, I mean, he's gonna run down and hammer it down your throat when he needs to. But as we see him breaking out here, and I just jinxed him as he gets shot going out to his back spot.
Could have jinxed him on that one.
But yeah, but that's the thing, man. Calm and composed. But that's the thing. That's another thing. You're gonna get shot a lot as a front guy. You're gonna try to be getting out of these spots, especially on this field, right? The way that this field is set up. As we're looking at the Ironman right now. Here comes. That's Johnny Perchek. Backed up by Ollie Lang. So Johnny Perchek to the 50-yard line of the field right by the flag. Trying to get a shot on Timmy Prost right there. And here comes Oliver Lang. Oliver Lang sprinting down the field, and they are going to assassinate Timmy Prost. It looks like Timmy might have got balls on both of them. I don't know. But it's still one Ironman player left alive. As Miko Hutzer, and of course it's Miko, you know, always You're talking about calm, consistent paintball players. That's Mikko Huutonen right there. And, you know, Mikko's got an interesting story because, you know, Mikko, he's one of those guys who was like, you know what, I'm going to make this my life. I mean, again, you know, so Shalo's the best player from Brazil, and Mikko's the best player from Finland. Mikko Huutonen's from Finland. He got his start by playing with the Russian Legion, and basically the Russians, they have an interesting organization, and Mikko basically went and tried out and made the team and lived out there for a while, and I learned a lot about the game, learned a lot about himself, and then made the move and got on the Ironman a couple years ago. And he was actually, Mikko was one of the veterans now on the Ironman. He's been on that team for like 3 years now, and
That's why I heard you say
he really helped it be a cohesive unit. All right, let's listen in and see what Shane Pestana and Mike Paxton got to say. Johnny Perchek.
No. You maybe shot him too, but when he ran wide, that's why I can shoot him. And I think with Mikko's got for the back center,
Seeing Brandon Short right now, getting his cleats worked out by Nicky Cuba. It's Billy Wing right there with the visor on. See, now Billy, everyone when it rains, everyone's got to throw a visor on or put some tape on or something. Billy, he just wears a visor all the time.
The wingman, he knows. He's prepared for all sorts of occasions.
All right, the score is now 2-1 in favor of Tampa. Good job by, again, just like we saw, man, you know? That takes a while. It's like an engine. Get that engine rolling, get it warmed up, and then boom, start switching gears, and that's what the Ironmen are able to do that last point. Let's see if they can keep that going, though. See Nicky Cuba right there. Nicky Cuba fought back from an injury this year. Earlier on in the year, he's almost broke his ankle. I mean, it actually would have been better if he had broke it. That's how bad the sprain was, and he was out for the first couple events. Been able to fight back and still playing top form. See the breakout of the Ironman. That's Brandon Short right there. Brandon Short making a move, insert Dorito all the way up to the center X. Into center X is Tampa Bay. So that's the first time we've seen this from that squad. Let's see if the Ironmen can pick that up. And we're looking at the insert Dorito right now for Tampa Bay. Looking at the Ironman lineup crossfield.
And they're in the snake.
And Brandon Short able to get in there. Now he's going to try to look crossfield. Here comes Billy Wing, and he is going to assassinate the center. And Billy's going to keep going. See, that's why Billy Wing. Yeah, Billy Wing, man. Super
the wingman.
Oh, penalty.
Penalty.
Penalty on, looks like Tampa Bay. Or no. Penalty on the Ironman. Looks like penalty on the Ironman. So it looks like, wow. See, Billy Wing drew a penalty. Man, I guess he just, tried to come through a little bit too much and try to get. And you see Billy Wing's going to try to race to get in that box. So though Billy Wing, everyone can make mistakes, man. He is a veteran, but just tried to do a little bit too much on that run through. He should have just left it alone, got that first guy and got off the field. Now his team pays for it. Brandon Short comes out of Snake 1. They were in such a dominant position, and now Tampa Bay is in the dominant position as we see Hope shooting cross field, Isaiah Hope. And everyone's slowing down right now. Wow, that was a little sneaky little move over there by Marcelo. Looking at Marcelo Margot. Oh,
nope.
And Marcelo getting shot cross field. Finally getting eaten up by the Tampa Bay damage player cross field. It looks like that was El Yusuf. And here comes Hope coming back down the snake side of the field, and he's going to get a shot cross field. Looks like it's just Nicky Cuba left alive. And Nicky Cuba's going to have to try to go guns up down the tape and not able to do it. Nicky just trying to make something happen. I mean, he was completely flanked at that point. There was nothing he could do. So El Yusuf all over the place, man. I mean, he's playing on the Dorito side, playing on the snake side. Really versatile player. So Tampa extending their lead to 2 right now. The score 3-1. With 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. You're watching the Ironmen, LA Ironmen taking on Tampa Bay Damage. Now, the Ironmen have not won an event all year. They have in the NXL. But at the same time, they've probably been the most consistent team. They're always in the hunt, and people still fear them, absolutely. But they haven't won an event so far. So now we see, out on the field, we're in the pits right now, looking to shallow. And Nicky Cuba just got butchered there that last point. He was the last guy left alive as El Yusuf and Hope coming down on him. Now he's got to fill his gun and get ready for the next point.
Yep.
Fight. All right, just now we're going to fight the win.
Legend of Ironmen's in there. You got Shane in there. You got Brian Benini in there. Trying to cheer these guys on. Motivate.
Right now on the field, we have the referees getting a tongue lashing by Billy Wing. So Billy Wing and Shane Pastana giving the referees a little taste of their mind. Billy, obviously, but really, well, honestly, dude, sometimes you get penalties and you think, okay, I deserve that, and you walk off. But if you really feel like you didn't deserve the penalty, especially if you've been around the sport for a long time, you're probably going to say something about it.
That's for sure. We've both played with Billy Wing, and it kind of shocked me with that penalty right there. I don't see Billy Wing getting many penalties.
Yeah, Billy Wing does not get very many penalties. He really doesn't. He's a pretty clean player, man. He's not somebody who's going to be trying to. Yeah, almost too clean. He's not someone who's really going to push that envelope and try to get that extra kill. I mean, he'll do what he has to do, but he knows how much penalties hurt teams because he's normally the guy yelling at guys who are getting penalties.
Yeah. Billy Wing does not live in the gray area.
And on the breakout, Brian Smith getting into snake one, immediately into snake two. But you saw that little dip there as he tried to get his footing in the loose, wet grass, and he takes one on the head. And on the other side, here comes Oliver Lang. Immediately seeing that he took out Brian Smith, so Oliver Lang shooting awesome shot cross field. And right behind him, though, looks like Johnny Perchek taking a shot, so it's just Oliver Lang is just having a kill-tastic little session over here on the cleaning out the snake side and pretty much the entire field almost by himself. Hell of a job by Lang there.
That's one guy you don't want to make upset.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man, when we were doing some interviews, and Tampa Bay, they're not scared of the Ironmen. And Ironmen know it. Oliver knows that. So Oliver really wants to, now they're losing. It's only by a point now, but that's what makes superstar players right there. You're down a point. The momentum is, you want to keep that momentum on your side. You got, 2.5 minutes left in the half, and you do not want to go into the second half down a bunch of points. That's really bad for the mind state. And Oliver knows that. Oliver's intimately aware with all the different facets of the mental game and what you need to do and when you need to do it. Gumption comes to mind. Go look up gumption in the dictionary, and there'll be a picture of Alex Frazier and Nicky Cuba and Oliver Lang in the dictionary. Those are the guys that...
Those guys are game.
Yeah, they're game, dude. They are game. If you follow MMA, know what game means, then no matter what is happening, they are going to always be down to roll. And that right there, so Oliver able to feast down the snake side, take it to within one. The score is now 3-2. We got a minor penalty up on the board right now for Tampa, so they're going to have to start with 4 guys.
That game, it looked like Oliver's sending a little message. I'm here, letting you know.
Well, that's the thing, look, think about it, man. Lang, he's at the top of the pedestal, okay? Financially, got the championship under his belt, bunch of them with Dynasty. You look at guys on this team, on Tampa, they want that, man. They won an event now, so they feel empowered, and they should because they played great and they deserved it. But yeah, man, that's the big thing is that Ollie knows that these young dudes are coming for him. He knows that. He knows everyone wants what he has, and knowing him, he's a fighter, man. He is game, dude. He's game. He'll. I mean, if he'd fight 6 guys in an alley if need be. Seriously, he really would. And that's one of the his tenacity is what has put him up here.
Looks like we got a timeout called here.
Yeah, timeout called, and the rain finally stopping. If you guys have any questions or need anything answered, hit up PB Nation. Check out the forum. The greatest paintball forum to ever exist. Hell, it's actually one of the biggest forums of any subject in the entire world, which is pretty phenomenal. That just gives you an idea of how big the sport of paintball really is. So, and we are watching the Ironman right now. Brandon Short just glaring downfield and, mentally picturing what he needs to be doing right now. Nicky Cuba's going to want to get in there too. You see him, he's been healthy for the past 4 or 5 months now. really killed him that he was in the best shape of his life. Nicky's a pretty big guy. I mean, he's 205 pounds, 6'1", and it's hard. Brandon Short's like 5'6", 145 pounds, and Nicky's going to play some of the same spots Brandon would be playing sometimes. So Nicky needs to constantly keep himself in peak physical condition. So you don't want to get to his off-season weight, But yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone in the sport puts in more time in the gym than Nicky Cuba.
That guy lives there.
Yeah, he's a gym rat. Protein powder.
I'm pretty sure he has a
where's my
cup back
milkshake?
there. Where's my power shake at?
All right, so 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the first half. Tampa starting with 4 bodies. 2 seconds. And on the breakout, Scotty Kemp getting into snake 1 and going to get checked out by the referee. He's right backed up by Brandon Short. Nicky Cuba in the back center. Looks like Scotty Kemp made it in there alive, and he's going to break into notch 2 of the snake. Scotty Kemp coming from excessive. Scott played a while ago on the Ironman during his first pro season, so he's been around the block. There, Nicky Cuba breaking out on the Dorito side. Scotty Kemp zoned up on that Dorito side, and looks like El Yusuf in there for Tampa in the snake as well. And he is mirrored up with Scotty, so where Scotty is right now, he's going to have to tuck in because El Yusuf's trying to come down that tape. Looks like El Yusuf might have got shot cross field.
And he did.
Yep, El Yusuf taking a shot cross field, and here comes Scotty Kemp now, unabated in the snake. And he's going to get to that 50, but he's got to be careful now. As you see, right now, you see Tampa Bay zoned up down the snake side of the field.
Brandon Short had some gun problems over here.
Yeah, Brandon Short having some problems. So Scotty Kemp.
The wingman coming
Billy
up
Wing
to the X.
moving up in the center. Is, on your screen, you're looking at Scott Kemp, and you see Billy Wing in that center X. And here comes Scotty Kemp making a move up to the next notch of the snake, and he's going to try to get the shot in the back center. Tampa Bay's coach on the sidelines letting him know exactly where Scott Kemp is. So Scotty knows where he is. He knows where Scott is. And out of the box, Tampa Bay trying to make it out of the box, not able to do it. That was Rittenhouse trying to make it out of the box, and he gets destroyed by Nicky Cuba. And here comes Brandon Short running down the highway. Whoa, narrowly avoids getting shot by the back center, who gets just torched up. Nicky Cuba feasting over there on that Dorito side. So nice job by Nicky Cuba to step it up, get some kills from that Dorito side of the field. As we see Billy Wing 2-1 hanging that flag to tie it up. So both teams at 3 apiece. 30 seconds left, Kat. What do you think? It's tied up. Do you run a conservative line and just let the go to half, or do you try to score a point?
I try to get it in there, man.
Yeah.
Try to get that point. Definitely want to go into the next half with the lead.
So you're saying bloodbath here on this 30-second little thing here.
Bloody knuckles.
Bloody knuckles.
Bloody knuckles.
Took the hand bomb, baby.
Let's listen into the Ironman pits. So 30 seconds left in the first half, all tied up 3 apiece. And we saw this in the first game. First game we watched Dynasty take on Impact. Dynasty losing to Impact, but a very close match. And it was in the beginning, because this is Dynasty's first match. We're in round 2. Already Impact had fought through the wildcard division to make it to here, to play Dynasty, who's the first seed who won 2 events this year. Dynasty started out real slow, finally able to get it going. Angel Fergoza just playing absolutely stellar, running back-to-back points up this snake side. He got 7 kills in the first half alone. He was on fire. But it wasn't enough, and Impact ended up taking that. Now, again, same thing. See, Tampa won Chicago. Ironmen haven't won an event this year, but Ironmen, because they're more consistent, they didn't have to play till today. They got that first-round bye. So Tampa, they had to play through the wild card division, winning 4 matches and destroying everyone. So they came out hot. Now the Ironmen finally getting it up. It's all tied up. Let's see on the breakout for Tampa. And Here comes the aggression up the center. Oliver Lang all the way up to the X off the break, running and gunning the whole way and getting a couple clears. So here comes Oliver Lang. Oh, my God, Oliver Lang all the way, shoots all 5 guys pretty much. Wow, amazing job by O. Lang. Let's see if they can get that point, though.
6.
Yeah, I don't know. The other guy's blowing it. I don't think they're going to get that point. Oh, wow. Wow. So Marcelo dropping the ball there. Oliver Lang able to run all the way through the field. And that's why, again, that is why Oliver is Oliver. Oliver, 30 seconds before the half. It's tied up. He runs up to the center of the field, shooting both ways, left and right. Eyes up, though, looking for streams incoming, looking for moves. He gets to the X. He realizes that they had already killed the Tampa Bay player heading out to the Doritos. Now, as soon as he saw that happen and he looked across field, he wrapped around, he saw, wow, boom, body had come off that side as well. All 3 guys in the center, runs them all down. But the Ironmen not really understanding what had happened. Marcelo should have ran, grabbed that flag, and hung it. They definitely had enough time to do that. But because they were not aware enough and Marcelo did not do that, they're going to head in. No matter how well Oliver played that point, doesn't matter. Still going to head into the second half tied up.
You know what he was thinking? Bloody knuckles.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely think of bloody knuckles. All right, I got Nick Sloviak here, who's helping me. We're doing kill counts, man. We're counting kills out here. We're trying to bring paintball to the next level of its existence and bring some statistics in. The PSP has been pretty good about keeping statistics this year. So, but all right, Nick.
Yo.
We got a minute left. Who's feasting for these guys right now?
Well, on the Doritos side, which is the side I'm watching, they're getting chopped up getting out there, Matty. When they do get out there, Ramsey from Tampa Bay is getting some kills. Same with Holiday and Richards. Richards is winning his gunfight, but he's getting shot sloppy, filling out. The Ironmen, they're doing it on the Snake. Doritos side, they're not doing that much besides that run through, that Lang had. But
how many kills did he get on that run through?
3.
Wow.
He mowed everyone in the back.
Nice.
The Ironmen, though, are chopping up Tampa Bay running out to that Doritos side, so they got to do something to just not run past that can over there because they're getting mopped up.
Nice. Well, thanks a lot, and we'll check in with you after this game.
Word.
Seconds here to go for the start of this, and you see that penalty. It's on LA, so penalty on LA. They're going to have to play a man down. All right, we see on the breakout here, and Hope and Brian Smith there in the center. Running and gunning. Smith trying to make a move. Oh, penalty. Another penalty. Looks like a penalty on Nicky Cuba. And then that was the referee with the gun, so that might have been a gun penalty. As we see El Yusuf. So that was actually Ramsey El Yusuf over here on the Snake side of the field. He gets shot out. So Nicky Cuba goes in the box.
We got short on the Snake here.
So 2 guys in the box for the Ironman right now as the time ticks down. 40 seconds on one, about a minute 15 on the other. You see Brandon Short right now in the Snake for the Ironman, shooting cross field. Trying to work his angles. He's really simmered down a lot, man. I mean, he's become about 10 times smarter than he was 2-3 years ago. I mean, he's been able to harness the aggression that he always has. You see he's totally stoked on that point, and he should be, because even though they got that penalty, Ironman able to whittle it down pretty much on the back of Ollie Lang and Billy Wing down the Dorito side of the field, but Brandon Short getting in this Snake. So awesome job by Brandon Short, who, like I said, is really into developed. So, Catfish, how important is that? Okay, you got the front guys, and this is how you pick up a front guy. You watch him go out and smash people, playing super aggressive, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's a baller. You pick him up. Now when you get him on the team, now you have to go to the whole, how much is he going to get messed up if he starts getting shot off the break a lot? Is he going to, now he's playing against the best guys in the world, so is he going to be getting chopped up aggressively? It's tough, to kind of mold him. What do you think about that?
When you get a front player like that, what happens is you reprogram him. You know, what you learn in the amateur leagues from what you learn in pro leagues is totally different. You're going to come into this team and you're just going to get reprogrammed. You're playing the way they want you to play. And with guys like Eric Roberts yelling, spots to him, another great Snake player for the Ironman, he played with us. You got advantages all the time. So it's like you're going to win.
Yeah. All right, so because the Ironman won that point, they still have 2 penalties on the board. So they're going to have to start with 3 bodies. And they're up a point right now. The score 4-3. See, the referees probably had a late night last night. They're fiddling with their radios. And we're seeing Tampa right now. Tampa getting set up. They would be 5 strong going against the Ironman 3. All right, Kat, you got 3 Ironman guys. Do you break out wide? Do you break up the center? What are you thinking?
You might want to break out wide, but you can't count them down.
All right, yeah, and break out slightly wide. Oliver gunned up trying to break that snake line. It looks like you got Brian Smith, so Oliver getting a kill against Brian Smith right there, able to sneak one in on him when Smith was trying to get in tight. Big kill for Ollie Lang, who's having a great match so far. And now sneaking Kraft out, and Oliver chews another one up. No, I think that was actually Paxton cross field. So Timmy Probst getting shot, trying to get out on that tape. And now here come the Ironmen up that Dorito side of the field. And you see Tampa right now, he's stuck back there. The referee's going to try to pull him out. There's Mike Paxton rocking his gun, trying towards that side. Just zoned up, gunned up.
Oh.
And here comes up that Dorito side. And he's going to wear a couple. So nice job by Ollie Lang and the Ironmen. Full field press.
Well, on a 3-on-5.
Yeah, it was from a 3-on-5. Again, so Ironman starting with 3 bodies, and again, it's about execution, okay? So Ollie knows that. Again, it's like, okay, he's got Marcelo, Paxton, and Oliver playing that point. Marcelo gets out good on the Dorito side, smart, stays alive, able to make those smart bumps, get kills. Ollie chews up 2 guys on this side. Actually, he chewed up the first one. He shot Brian Smith. Boom, immediately, now it's 4-on-3, okay? Then Paxton shoots the next guy, Timmy Probst, trying to get over, and it's about composure. So if the Pax knew, okay, boom, he sees Brian Smith come over or come off the field because Ollie just shot him. Well, he knows somebody's going to try to fill that spot pretty much right away. So give me a little bit about that, Kat. Okay, so basically, let's say you got a front guy in front of you, okay, and he gets shot out. Now you know that's an important spot. Do you immediately make that move right away, not knowing if that lane's open? Do you try to work yourself in that bunker? Do you pick and choose? What do you think?
You got to work your way into that bunker. You got to win your gunfights. You got to look, make sure the lane's clean, and then you make a move.
Yeah. So you're saying, because sometimes guys will just cannonball. They'll be like, oh, that guy got shot. Boom, make a move, and they're just basically running in the same lane that the other guy just got shot from. Because if I'm in a spot and I shoot a guy at a spot, I'm going to just post up. I'm going to wrap around. I'm just going to shoot that lane and wait for the next guy to come through. And that's exactly what happened right there. Is Pax was able to get that kill. So now amazing job by the Ironmen. So they go up 2 points. The score is now 5-3. Amazing shorthanded point. We got some questions in coming from the from PB Nation. Catfish, do we still talk to our old teammates?
Every day. Every day.
Every day we do, man. Absolutely. As we got 10 seconds before the start of this next point, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the San Diego boys after this. And we see the breakout from Tampa right here, full strength. Digging, trying to make that back corner. Overslides, see if he got Nick. No, he's able to make it in clean. And then right after that, El Yusuf able to get into Snake 1. And here comes Brandon Short. He immediately jumps into Snake 1 as well for the Ironman. And he's got Scotty Kemp. No, yeah, that's Scotty Kemp right behind him. And now Nicky Cuba filling out. Oh. So Scott Kemp, Nicky Cuba. Oh, Nicky Cuba he's taken out from the insert right behind Brandon Short. So it's just Brandon Short and Scotty Kemp over here on the Snake side of the field. As we see El Yusuf and Tampa Bay player diving into that the front Dorito, the center. El Yusuf trying to work that angle and shot that Snake side. He wants to make a move. He's on his feet. Anytime you see a guy jump up like that, wrapping around, he wants to make that move, but he comes back, gets back on the inside. Brandon Short crawling to the inside of the Dorito, of the Snake 1. Exactly mirrored up with El Yusuf. So when you see El Yusuf on your screen right now, that's exactly where Brandon Short is on the other side of the field. Oh, Scotty Kemp, he gets shot. There we see Brandon Short mirrored up with El Yusuf. And Scotty Kemp getting shot, so it's just Brandon Short over here. Just Brandon Short. And, Billy Wing gets chewed up cross field. I think that was El Yusuf, and now El Yusuf gets across. So Brandon Short, now he's looking cross field because it's just him over here. So it's 2-on-3. 2-on-3. And you see Ramsey El Yusuf. Oh, and El Yusuf getting taken out. I think he got shot by Brandon Short. So it's Brandon Short, 2-on-1 right now, 3-on-1. And he's just still aggressively pushing down the snake. He's going to have to try to feast right now on this back corner. Nope, there's still Zylo. Zylo's still left alive on the Dorito side. And nobody even checked him, so he runs all the way down. Clears out that Dorito side of the field, so now it's 2-on-1. And you see the back corner on the snake side on your screen right now, trying to get a shot on Brandon Short. Just trying to get that angle. He's real far out of his bunker, though, and he's wrapping around trying to see if there's any Ironman left alive. It's just Brandon Short right now.
And here comes the hammer.
And here comes Alex Spence. So Alex Spence clears out Brandon Short. Brandon Short catches a extra bonus balls, yelling at the referee. So I think that was CJ. Yeah, CJ Botsalis, who's the owner of Damage, putting some extra bonus balls on Brandon Short to make it a 1-point match with 6:27 left to play in this game. All right, so yeah, do we still talk to old teammates?
Pretty much every day. I mean, you and I are old teammates. We talk.
How often do you have lunch with Nicky Cuba?
Every day.
Pretty much.
When he's not at the gym, we're having lunch.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty cool in San Diego. You know, there's so many pro guys that live there. You know, it's like our own little paintball community off the field, really. I mean, on the field, you know, but it's interesting because, you know, Nicky Cuba lives with Alex Tracy. Or not, actually, Alex just moved out of that house, but he lives with Joe Scott. He lives with Skinny Kevin. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic. And then, you know, like I live with Ryan Greenspan. So it's pretty interesting how it's developed into a definitely a little off-field paintball community, because it's cool because we can sit around, discuss the sport, discuss the teams, and you really get intimate knowledge of where everything's going. Yeah, also we've had some pretty extensive interviews with a lot of the top teams and pretty much all the teams here and their top players, and we're going to be bringing those to you tomorrow. I mean, seriously, we asked them some really important questions, some cutting questions, and these guys really didn't shy away from a lot. You know, you got some of your typical vanilla answers in there, but man, some of these guys said some real honest stuff about the game, about their team, about their opponents. So we'll be bringing that to you tomorrow. About 20 seconds left before the start of this match. Score 5-4. So Tampa getting that momentum stolen away from them, of course, again, with 5 minutes. And again, the time runs continuously until the 5-minute mark. That's why you see the time not running right now. And so now the time will only run during game time. All right, breakout right now. You see in the Ironman. And that's Ollie Lang all the way up into the center of the field. He's going to try to wrap around and make something happen, try to reduplicate what he just did. And here he is. He's doing it. Oliver Lang all the way, just feasting. Able to take out 3. Ollie gets another 3 up there. And right off of that move, awesome job by the rest of the Ironmen to take advantage of that. Johnny Perchek getting in there and drawing a major penalty. Looks like Timmy Prost might have got a major 3-minute major penalty on that. Hell of a job by Ollie Lang stepping it up again, man. You see everyone out there hating on Oliver all the time. He's got a big head. He's arrogant, you know. He's, you know, all this sort of stuff that all the flack he has to take, and that's why he gets paid the dollars he gets paid, you know. So respect to him for what he's doing out there on the field for the Iron right now. But that you also can't forget about, it's a team sport. And, you know, Johnny Perchek immediately, as soon as that happened, he saw Oliver go through, dives into the snake 50, pops up, shoots the last guy. That guy gets a major penalty. So that's just as important as the initial move. You know, because just like we saw before, Marcelo wasn't able to get that last point at the half. I mean, that was a really tough, like, almost had to be, you know, punch, but that was an awesome job by the Ironman to follow up that Ollie Lang move up that center. They really got to watch that, man, and I bet you all the teams that are watching right now, that's something they're like, oh, wow, look at Oliver going up the center. How can we do that, you know? I mean, that's got to be in our arsenal. All right, let's listen into the Ironman pit right here.
Gosh, I said shooting other people in the back when straight. I hear Oliver's going to work. I'm like, oh, that's why everyone's back's turning to me. Oh, that's interesting.
All right, so there you saw Johnny Perchek and Oliver Lang discussing that last point. That's who was the stars on that last point. And, you know, Johnny did a hell of a job of really seizing the opportunity to open snake side off of Oliver's move. So we got ourselves a 2-point game right now, 6-4. Tampa losing the momentum.
With 3 minutes.
Oliver or the Ironmen really pushing it into fifth gear right now, man. They're definitely warmed up, and you see that major penalty on Tampa, so they're going to have to play pretty much the rest of this game almost with a down a body. So let's see if they can handle that. You see the 4 players breaking out for Tampa. Smart breakout, all guns up, 2 in the back center, 1 to the stand-up on the Dorito side, and 1 of the insert Aztec on the snake side. You see Brandon Short and Scott Kemp over here for the Ironmen. Scott Kemp making his move into snake 1. Scott Kemp. Oh, Scott Kemp getting shot. Not really sure. Oh, got it in the side of his pack. Trying to cross that lane. That lane right there, it looks like that lane as we see Tampa hitting it hard coming down this side right here. And, you know, as you see these lanes, these really quick bumps between the snake spots, they don't look like it's very far, but, man, because the lanes are set up so well, man, guys are able to shoot down there. You see Ironman dying, and it's, look, just now Nicky Cuba and Brandon Short alive for the Ironman.
Billy Wing in the center.
You see Brandon right now is just doing everything that he can. Now, interesting that the Ironman won some points down bodies. Now, it looks like Tampa might win this point down bodies. Billy Wing, though, still alive. There's 3 Ironman players still alive, so it's 3-on-4 right now, I believe.
They just lost Billy Wing in the center.
Oh, Billy Wing got shot out of that center stand-up. So Brandon's still alive, and Crossfield looks like finally referee getting in there checking out the other Ironman player, and Tampa playing smart right now. Tampa playing very smart. They know they have the numerical superiority. They know they want to get as much of that time. They want to score the point but take all that penalty off. You know, that way it's a 1-point match. They'll have about 1 minute and 20 seconds left to score that another point. Tied up forces go to overtime. They need 2, though. They need 2. They got 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. So they need to start.
They're taking their time.
They're taking the time, but they need to start. Coming up here pretty soon, you're going to see it start to break. As we see moves on the Dorito side of the field start to happen. So it's just Nicky Cuba left alive.
It looks like they lost 2 Tampa on the other side.
Oh, so Nicky Cuba feasting over there. Holding it down for the Ironmen. And that's, you can always count on that. Tense moments right here as the Ironmen are just trying to preserve their lead, and Nicky Cuba doing a hell of a job. Clutch, big guy and a little Dorito. Spence making a move all the way from the snake side back to the center, realizes he's lost his whole Dorito side practically. So yeah, this is just all of a sudden because of clutch play of Brandon Short and Nicky Cuba, this point all of a sudden swings, the momentum swinging back towards the Ironmen. 13 seconds left, and Tampa's about to get that other player, so we'll see how that changes up. They got to score this point quick, man, and still have enough time to score another. So all the Ironmen really need to do is just try to maybe take another minute off the clock, and they'll pretty much cinch it. And here comes Prowse coming out, and here comes Hope. So Hope finally able to, looks like he might have got a shot. Oh my God, amazing move by Brandon Short down the snake side. Hell of a job, and then he feasts. Look, Crossfield, I think he got a shot too. Nope, still alive, so Brandon Short in there, but that pretty much, man, that was clutch right there. Amazing move by Brandon Short, taking Hope out. Under a minute left to play, 2-point lead for the Ironmen. You see Brandon Short gunned up down the snake on the back right corner. And Brandon's just going to chill in there, man. All he needs to do is have 42 seconds come off this clock, and this game is over, and a win will go to the Ironmen here in the first match of a best 2 out of 3. 33 seconds. Yeah, I mean, this game's definitely going to the Ironmen, man. I mean, and honestly, and it's going to go to the Ironmen off the strength of this last point right here.
And Nicky shoots one, the other Tampa on the other side.
Yeah, so Nicky Cuba and Brandon Short able to step up. and handle business, and that is going to do it as time is just about to expire. So Nikki Cuba is just going to, and yeah, they get the last kill, and yeah, that's it right there. Hell of a job, man, wow. Nikki Cuba and Brandon Short. Down 4-on-2. It was 4-on-2 at one point, and they were in pretty bad spots. I mean, Nikki is 6'1", 205 pounds in one of the small Doritos in the back corner, and Brandon Short's all by himself over here on the snake side of the field. So really, really stellar job by I'd say the best players so far on the Ironman rocking out would be Oliver Lang. Just having a field day up that center. I mean, had 2 amazing run-throughs.
That was clutch.
Yeah, that was super clutch. And then also Nikki Cuba right there and Brandon Short really just sealing the deal. That's like you get the guy in the ropes, and then instead of just kind of letting him there, you just hit him so much that he gets off his game, and then he just ends it flat. And that's exactly what happened to Tampa. They ended that game flat.
Just don't want to overextend yourself.
All right, so far today, we watched Dynasty take on Impact and lose. So Dynasty's going to have to get it up and come back. Now we're watching them shake hands, and awesome. There's Brandon Short right there. Hell of a job by Brandon Short, stepping it up. Amazing move against Hope over here on the snake side of the field, and the win is going to go to LA. So initially, Tampa looked real strong. I mean, they scored the first couple points, and then took LA a while to get rolling as usual, but they were able to do it.